Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome back to the channel. If you guys don't know me, my name is Jose, and for the past 4 months we've been working on the Vaydor. One thing I forgot to tell you guys is before, so now since we have it all kind of aligned where we want it, go ahead and go around the car, mark some spots like right here, mark some spots. That helps you line it back up to where you're gonna want it, to where it's gonna sit back again in the same spot, because if not, you're gonna put something else on it and then nothing's gonna match again, and then you're gonna have to do the whole work again. So now we know where we want the body, marked it off, and we can take it off and keep working on it. Alright, so we're gonna remove this core support. We're gonna do the same thing we did on the other one. We're gonna mark it up to where it's gonna sit again, and we are gonna make those cuts. So when I turn the wheel, that's where it's hitting. It's not letting me turn the wheel all the way, so we're gonna take care of that. Just a little trimming on there, take it off, and then we're gonna spray some undercoating on it so it doesn't make as much noise and it's more protected than just being raw fiber. So same thing on this side. This side is the one that's hitting the most. You can see how close it is to the wheel, so when I turn it, the corner right here is hitting right there. So we're just gonna trim it down with the Dremel. We are going to be using this rubberized coating. It says it's good for sound deadening. This is somewhere on the can, so we're gonna see. One question I got for you guys: I have the sound deadening mats coming tomorrow. For the rest of the car, do I put this first or do I put the mats first and then kind of spray this on top of the mats? I really don't know. So I would like to know that before I do the rest of the car. I do have some just all carpet here, so we're gonna use to not stain the floor. So yeah, let's go ahead and start spraying then. We're gonna be working on the headlights now while the front core is drying. It's gonna be really simple. So as you can see right here, these are my taillights. Your wiring might be different, but this one right here is gonna be the high beam, and this one right here is gonna be the low beam, the actual projector. So if you just follow the wires, it's really simple. The center is the common ground. Both sides come here to a T, so that's gonna be the common ground. This one's gonna be the high beam, this one's gonna be the low beam. So now this is the wiring connector for the actual headlight. You're gonna find it on your headlight. Just go ahead and cut it up, cut all the wires out of it. This is what it looks like in my case. These are the colors. These cables over here, the long ones, they're actually this one. So these 3 cables are actually gonna be for the turn signal. It's the red with a green stripe, green with a yellow stripe, and this black one. So they're gonna be for the turn signal and quarter lights. These 2 wires right here are gonna be for the actual headlight low beam. Now the shorter ones these ones. These two are the ground and power for the high beam. This one right here is gonna be for a fog lamp, in case you wanna add one. Since these headlights don't come with a fog light, so we're only gonna be using this for the high beam and this for the low beam. This one's for the turn signals. So if we come back over here, and like we said, this cable right here and this one, they're grounds, so we're gonna put them together with the center ground, that is that one, and we're gonna connect this one for the regular driving lamp, which would be the blue one over here, and this red one is for the high beam, which is gonna go to this red one over here. And then right there you will have the headlight and the high beams on. For the turn signal, it's the yellow one with this one. This one's for the running light, and then common ground. Alright, we're gonna be installing the taillights now. This used to be the passenger side one. Now we're gonna make it a driver one by just flipping it around. It's obviously gonna go right there. With the first thing we gotta do to it to make it fit the new body is take this black plastic thing off. It just has some regular Phillips head screws on there, kind of small. It's gonna have these clips too, so you just push them in and it comes off. Now another thing we gotta take off is this whole bracket right here. I'm just gonna grab a plastic saw and just cut it up, make it straight. So with this thing, I got pretty far, pretty quickly actually. I'm surprised at how good it did. But right here I can really get into this side without hitting this. So I'm just gonna switch over to this, and it should be quick enough too. I already cut the tabs on the bottom, just went straight with this. It just takes a couple seconds actually, it was pretty fast. So I'm just gonna finish cutting the top and it should come off. Alright, with that Dremel tool, it was really easy. Made it all flush and everything. Try to make it look a little bit pretty. That's how it should be. Just flat all the way around, pretty much. And now you just flip it over and try to fit it in here. So it kind of wants to sit right there. Just lining it up with that line. Okay, so we are gonna mark the holes of where it's gonna go. Before we start putting the lights on, what we're gonna do is actually put the trim pieces that go under first. That way we can align, at least get an idea of where it's supposed to go. These are the trim pieces right here. This is the one that's gonna go right here. Just gonna kind of line it up, and then it should be something like that. Yeah, it should be something like that. And then just put a screw in there for now, self-tapping screw. It's gonna be the two side ones first, and then this middle piece. After that we can start seeing where the light wants to be at and drill the holes for the lights and the cables. A trick that I'm gonna be using is putting a little bit of grease, just any type of grease, on the bolts. That way where it hits is gonna leave that mark, and that's where I'm gonna drill. Alright, and as you can see, it did leave a little mark. That one I have to figure out which one it was, but this one is in. Then that faint little mark, there's a faint little mark in there, and that's where the other bolt is. Okay, now I'm just gonna drill it out. Drill this hole for the cable. That square one is gonna be for the top, for this bolt right here. and the light should be able to go in. Alright guys, after playing with it for a little bit, I just had to make the holes a little bigger, moving around. That's really secure in there. The bolts do catch in the back, pass the grommet through the big hole. For that one, I used to make the hole for the wiring. I used a 1-inch hole saw bit, and then just pass the wire to the back right here, connected it, and I have it grounded right there on that little stud right there. I'll see later where to put all the grounds and everything. So now if I put the pieces back, that's gonna be right there. That lines up pretty good. The line on the side is pretty good. On the bottom, same thing. This is what it looks like with the trim pieces. Obviously they're not in all the way. This one needs to be pushed back. Same thing right here on the top, like that. I like how it lines up. Same thing with this piece on the side. I like it. This needs to be pushed in a little bit. Other than that, I really like how everything's floating up right here. The light should work, so let's try it out. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys on the next video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video. Next video we're going to be working on welding the cage and possibly getting a sound system on there.